It is Wednesday, January 6, 2021. It is the Early Edge, powered by SportsLine. We're in your feed every single day, 7 days a week, 365. And do you feel it? Do you feel it? The only thing that can make me be in a good mood coming off kind of a rough day is the fact that golf starts again this week. And today on the show, we're here for it. Let's bring in my cappers right now. The best in the business, best bets, best cappers, biggest sports. Let's go right below me first. M squared, Mike McClure. He's a DFS wizard. Mikey, good morning.
Good morning. And like you, I am pumped for the return of golf. Can't wait.
I know you've got a pick today for us. And the man in the bottom right corner, he's the host of the First Cut podcast, which I will be dominating this year, by the way. He's amazing in the world of golf. He's here for us today. Rick Gehman, good morning.
Coach, good morning. It's always fun to have you on the First Cut pod. I'm excited to be here on the Early Edge talking golf. Yes, it is back, and I am here for it.
Cross-pollination, baby. And, of course, the man, the maestro, Larry Hartstein, upper right-hand corner. Larry, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Great to see you. I don't know a lot about golf, so I'm very excited to be with this golf brain trust. Seriously, these are the three top golf minds that I know of.
I can't even believe that we have such greatness on the show to back you up. So let's go. Darth says the time starts now. Here we go. Top NBA player of the day, M squared. We're starting with you. Rockets at the Pacers, Indiana, according to our good friends at William Hill, giving to. The total sits at 226, a 7 Eastern tip. Give it to me.
I'm going right back to the Houston Rockets here. My simulations continue to find value on them as it seems like everyone's kind of written them off in this offseason after Westbrook departed there. I like the Rockets here. I make them minus 2.9 in my simulations. Indiana is without TJ Warren, which is a big deal in this matchup when they have to defend both John Wall and James Harden in this spot. So give me the Rockets +2 as I think the wrong team is favored here, Coach.
Yeah, SportsLine model, they back you up. The Rockets, they have a slight edge in our simulations 58% of the time. All right, let's stay in the NBA. Raptors at the Suns. This line just moved down to -3 for Phoenix, a total 217.5, a 9 Eastern tip. Maestro, what do you got?
You know, everybody keeps waiting for the Raptors to show up and look a little bit like they did last year, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. Nick Nurse is calling out the team, criticizing players. And you look at the Suns, I mean, they lead the league in ATS margin. And what that means is they are outpacing expectations by more than any team, 7.5 points a game. And on the other side, the Raptors are the worst in terms of ATS margin. So I'm going to lay 3 points with the Suns.
Oh, I love how Phoenix is playing this year. They really seem to have that chip on the shoulder coming out of the bubble. Let's stay in the NBA. Next bet on the board, we're going props. And I keep hearing this John Wall name the last couple of days. Mikey, why am I hearing his name?
Yeah, everyone's undervaluing John Wall and the Houston Rockets here. I like the way he's going to contribute in all aspects. So I'm going to be looking at the over 3.5 rebounds. He's someone that playing along James Harden, he's not really live for a triple-double every night, but you're going to see a ton of 20 points, 6 rebounds, 7, 8 assist games from him. And the rebounding totals here just are not where they should be in the market. So give me the over 3.5 rebounds for John Wall.
I'm going to stay in that game and go over 7.5 assists for James Harden. He's been over it all 4 games this year. I don't see why he wouldn't do it again tonight. And also in the Cavaliers, I'm going to look at Sexton under rebounds and assists, under 7.5. It's cashed all 7 times this season. I'm going to go back to the well with that play.
And amazingly, 2 nights ago when we had the same winning bet, it wasn't even close. You said this guy is a scoring point guard, and that's exactly how he plays. By the way, if you're not a SportsLine member yet, what are you waiting for? Use the promo code EDGE. Open an account right now. We're going to give you 30 days for free. We're talking house money when that month is over. But guess what you also get in addition to our cappers? You get all the sports simulations, and they have been killing it. But now we're adding golf. 36 straight weeks of golf. So let's bring in our guy, Rick G. He's the host of the First Cut podcast, an amazing host, an amazing golf mind. And I know that you've got some picks for us today. The floor is yours.
I've got 3 clicks for you, Coach, and let's set the stage a little bit. 42 of the world's best heading to Maui to play the Plantation Course at Kapalua. It's the largest field this tournament has ever had, thanks to the 30 qualifiers from the Tour Championship getting an invite this year. And I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. I'm going to start with Ryan Palmer to finish in the top 20 at plus 130. Ryan Palmer was one of the most consistently good golfers in the year of 2020. He rarely played himself out of an event. He put himself in competition and in contention for titles time and time again. He didn't cash any, but that's not what we're asking him to do. We're asking him to beat just half the field, top 20 at plus 130. Then I'm going to work my way up to Colin Morikawa to finish in the top 5. And Coach, you know how this works. 3.5 week off season for the PGA Tour. We don't know what these guys have been up to. We don't know if they've been practicing, if they've just been hanging out and enjoying some time off. But Colin Morikawa, who ended 2020 on a bit of a rough stretch, now gets 3.5 weeks to figure out his game, get back into that long-term form as a 3-time winner on the PGA Tour and a major champion. And he is undervalued in this field, top 5 plus 400 on Colin Morikawa. And then my pick to win, a guy who has won this event before. He's finished second twice, including last year. It's Patrick Reed, 16-1. I think he is the best value. I think when you get into situations like a premier event in a tropical location, some of these guys show up for vacation. I know that Patrick Reed is not here for a vacation. He is here to win, and he's my pick to win at 16-1.
Yeah, he's an absolute savage. He's an absolute savage. And he lost in a 3-way playoff a year ago with Xander and the defending champion, Justin Thomas. But I need a matchup pick. I feel like I need a little head-to-head. M Squared, does Chief have anything for us today?
Chief and I are both going to be all over Jason Kochrack versus Billy Horschel. So what we're looking at here is course fit. This is one of the best course fits on tour for Jason Kochrack. Long enough off the tee, it's going to set him up for some nice approach shots. I like him in this spot. I like him over Billy Horschel. I think Kochrack is someone who is live for a top 5, top 10 finish at this event. So give me him at minus 110 over Billy Horschel.
He's been kind of the quietest backdoor cover guy on the PGA Tour, in my opinion. Kochrack always seems on Saturday and Sundays not to win, but to your point, all we need to do is have him beat Billy Horschel for the tournament. Okay, it's time to go to college basketball. M Squared, you are back up. We're going Wichita State at Houston. Minus 11.5 is the number for Houston. 8 Eastern tip. What do you like?
Here it's just too many points, right? For the Wichita State Shockers. I like them in this spot. They beat Tulsa, the team that just beat Houston here. It's just simply too many points. In my simulations, I only make Houston minus 7.6 points here, as I think they're one of the more overvalued teams in college basketball. A lot of that is going to come from the lack of the strength of schedule that you would normally see from a top 5, top 10 team. So give me Wichita State at plus 11.5 is, like I said, just simply too many points in this spot.
I'm going to look at Tulsa going to South Florida. Not a tough place to play. There's no home court advantage for the Bulls there. Tulsa has won 5 straight, and they've never lost to South Florida, 9-0 all time. I got it at plus 1. It's a pick 'em now. I still like it at pick. Go with Tulsa tonight.
You have been absolutely on fire, Maestro, when it comes to college hoops. Follow this man's picks. Also, he always is posting other games at the SportsLine app. All right, it's that time of the show. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. It's time for our full recap. M Squared, you like today the Suns minus the – excuse me, that was Larry. Let's start with Larry. Suns minus the 3. That line moved down. Harden over 7.5 assists in your prop. And you also like in college hoops, pick them for Tulsa. And let's not forget Mr. Sexton for the Cavs, under 7.5 rebounds and assists combined. M Squared for you. You like the Rockets plus money. John Wall over 3.5 rebounds in golf at the Tournament of Champions. You like Jason Kochrack in a head-to-head matchup over Billy Horschel. And then in college hoops, way too many points, you say, for Wichita State getting 11.5 against Houston. And finally, Rick G bringing it strong with his props today. Patrick Reed to win at plus 1,600. Morikawa top 5 plus 400. I love that pick. And then Ryan Palmer. He loves playing in the wind, plays great in the wind. Top 20 plus money there as well at plus 130. You have your marching orders. So let's get to it. For M Squared, Mike McClure. For Rick G, First Cut. For the Maestro, Larry Hartstein, and Jacob the Jeweler, who puts this entire diamond together. I am the coach. Let's take them all straight to the pay window. And remember, this is the only place in 10 minutes or less every single day you get your daily early edge.